So today's question is, why can birds perch on electrical wires and still they are safe? Yeah, today's question comes from Kuyumi. She's my GPWU, Guma Prefectural Women's University student, fourth year. So great question, yes. Basically, the answer would be they're not grounded. So I'll explain more in detail what that means. But you can see as they're perching on there, their perching needs to land like this bird here. This one, he's on the wire. Imagine instead of this is a stick, this is a wire. So this has the same electrical potential. So it doesn't have any ground in it. So it doesn't have another electrical current in it. There's no way to pass through the body. There's nowhere for the electricity to go to. So that's the main reason. So because he's touching only one wire, he's not touching anything that's grounded, like touches the ground, then the electrical potential doesn't travel through his body. So he's safe. Where he wouldn't be safe is if his legs were touching two different wires, boom, boom, then there's a path and the electricity could travel through him, which could electrocute the bird. Also, if his not just legs are difficult, maybe that distance, but also wings. If his wings touch another wire, boom, that could also pass the electricity through. Or if his wings or legs touch one wire and also touch the pole, so the pole that's sticking up. If they touch the pole and the wire at the same time, that pole is grounded to the ground, so the electricity can pass through, which means, yeah, the bird could be electrocuted. Because of those reasons, some electrical companies, you can see in these pictures here, like this one's a good distance here. This is closer. Some are closer, but some electrical companies on purpose will space out their wires to make sure that birds with larger wingspans don't accidentally touch two wires, don't ground themselves, or don't or ground themselves. Sorry, I should say the poles, because the poles are protected too. Like here, they put some plastic on the top of the poles to avoid them from being grounded. Because if they accidentally touch that pole and a wire, it'll go through the ground and they'll be electrocuted. So, by the way, I have a bird to say. So, a quick story on that is I grounded myself one time. My students love the story, but when I was a hotel manager, well, wait years before I was a hotel manager, I was in maintenance, and I didn't know anything about maintenance, but I always try things, and I always say yes to my boss, whatever my boss says. My boss said, "Hey, can you change this outlet?" And I was very young and dumb, and I didn't know how to change the electrical outlet, but I never asked why or how. I would say, "Okay, sure, I'll do it." So he was doing something else in the same room. Actually, he was, I think, chit-chatting with another employee, and I was changing the outlet out with a metal. That's why nowadays you don't see as much. You'll see rubber screwdrivers because exactly there's a path. If it's a metal screwdriver, my screwdriver was wood here, but the screwdriver had a metal part here. That metal part was actually touching my skin as I'm changing the screwdriver out, and I touched the wire by accident, and that wire through the metal hit my hand, which I was grounded because I was standing on the ground, and so I had electrical current. So I accidentally allowed the electric current to pass through me. That's why you have to be careful when you're grounded. So these birds are not grounded. There's nowhere for the electricity to pass through. That's why they are safe. So the more you know. So again, that was a question from Kuyumi. So keep those questions coming. If you have any questions, let us know in the future and put in the comments, and we'd love to answer them in future videos. Thank you and take care. See you in our next video. See you.